Welcome to the Fit Femme Project Alignment Podcast. It is here that we cultivate and gather all who have been through it in fitness, relationships, careers, lifestyle changes, and unforgettable crucial life pivots trying to achieve their most sovereign selves. We're here to provide you with thought-provoking, detailed stories and information from truly fascinating men and women from all walks of life, professions, generations, and modern-day sagas who speak to their rawest, darkest moments that made them the strong, decisive, humble, helpful, healing people that they are today. We ask them to hold nothing back because life is a multi-dimensional pursuit to be stronger, healthier, and more aligned mentally, emotionally, and physically. Let's go.
It's us again. Look how cute we are. I'm the only one who's pretending it's a different day.
My room's upstairs.
Wait, let me get comfortable. So, today, this episode, we're talking about social media red flags. I think this is such a good topic.
It
is. Because, let's admit it, there's clickbait out there and they know it.
Yeah.
When we click on it, I watch it. I know better when I see things that are like, drink this skinny tea to lose your last 5 pounds. But I'm like, but I'll read into it just because I'm like, really though?
Yeah, it's more out of like, what ridiculous thing are you about to say now?
Yeah, exactly. But that is one of my most annoying things that I read, like, the thing you should eat or the diet you should do, like why paleo is the thing that you should only be doing, right?
Correct.
What's your worst?
The worst one to me, and I haven't even, dived that much into it, but there was, so before I started working with the Fit Femme, like back in the day, I would contract with gyms to provide nutrition help with their personal training clients.
Okay.
And that was great and it was fun and it was fun. But there was one gym in particular where they were like, yes, we want to do this, but one of the owners, like apparently the gym had more than one owner, wants to set up a call with you and his wife.
Okay.
And that's what I said. Okay.
Suspicious.
And so we get on this call and lo and behold, she's an ambassador.
Oh, no.
For, like, this place that takes your blood and tells you what to eat based on your DNA.
Oh. That's new.
And, the kicker, it was the deal of, like, and we're going to need you to also
get on board with this.
And I can't do that. In a way, it's almost like stealing to me because, and that's why I don't partner with stuff like that.
Specific brands.
Okay. I do use First Form, but like I actually use that every single day. But even, it's just like it's a commitment that I'm not willing to make, especially when I know so much of it is garbage.
Absolute garbage.
Yeah, and it's just stuff like that. Like, so what do? You take this DNA sample and it's like, you should never eat oranges. Like, and I understand that people it's very interesting to dive into you and to get to know yourself better. And again, praise, I think is the word I want to use here, praise on.
Prey, guys.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like, I'm the predator and you're the prey, kind of prey on your desire for a quick, easy fix. Like, if I just find this one
everybody wants it.
Yeah, same.
Same, yeah.
But that's just not how it works. And at this point in my life, my education, my experience, I can't get down with any of that.
No. I still think when I see something, I'm just like, oh, that would be so nice.
Wouldn't it? Like when you see the ad pop up of like this belly fat melting miracle.
Yeah.
Or like, have you seen the one, like it's like a sidebar on, if you're like on your computer looking at your email or online on something, it'll be this sidebar and it's like this crazy looking fruit.
No.
It's like miracle fruit found in a jungle.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I know for a while, if we're going back, I think Oprah did a thing on this where she highlighted Okinawa, Japan, because they're the longest living people in the world. And they're also deemed like the healthiest population in the world. And so, of course, she capitalized on it and started selling Okinawa Japanese tea.
Oh, it's the tea.
It's the tea. It'll get ya. And I was like, oh, that'd be great. I want to live that long and be that healthy. I'm going to get this tea. Like, it had nothing to do with
you got it?
I don't think I did.
Oh.
Like, I wanted to. And it, of course, it had nothing to do with their quality of life and their environment and their, lack of social media around them.
Correct.
But I think we've all fallen for the...
Well, we want it to be true, but, going back to like body positivity, and you're not supposed to say this, I'm sure, but here's a fact, Jack.
Yeah.
If there was something that you could do, it wouldn't even matter the cost. Everybody would be walking around in crop tops with a 6-pack.
Yeah.
The guy begging you for money on the corner would have a 6-pack.
Yeah.
Like, people would find a way to get this thing. And the fact that the vast majority of people are struggling with excess body fat,
Yeah.
that's all you need to know. It's not quick. It's not easy. You cannot buy it.
Yeah. So what are some other things that you've seen on social media that really
The
rub you?
doo-doo stuff.
Doo-doo?
The doo-doo.
Oh, like the skinny time?
The teas. The pills.
Pills, yeah.
Colon broom. I don't know if that's a pill.
What do
or
you
a
think
tea.
about the greens? That's a big thing. I mean, it's been a big thing, but there's some new brands that just get popular.
Yeah. I think they're pretty neutral, like most supplements. They have some benefits, but they're not going to be what propels you to a new body.
Yeah, I agree.
It's one of those things like supplements, like you should take the term very literal, and a supplement is to fill holes in what you are not getting in your day-to-day nutrition. But a supplement is not going to change the way that you look. It may change the way you feel if you're deficient in something.
Yeah.
Like if you hate vegetables and you will not, like there's people that will not eat anything green. You should maybe drink greens.
Yeah.
And I have a client that drinks greens and she loves them. She thinks they provide her better energy.
Okay.
But again, maybe she was deficient in something.
Yeah.
Maybe she wasn't. Maybe they are amazing.
That's how it felt for me when I started taking magnesium.
Yeah, you could tell a difference.
Oh, overnight.
Oh, really?
It was overnight.
I've never had an overnight success story.
Either have I. And I was like,
I take magnesium.
You do?
Yeah.
Well, there's so many forms of it. That's one thing to think about. So it's like, what form of magnesium might you be deficient in? But everybody should be taking magnesium. And, but yeah, there's so many forms of it. But I took it, and I didn't get the fanciest brand or the most expensive. I just got the Whole Foods brand, whatever they got there. And at the time, I was sleeping better. I didn't really have any complaints, but then I took that, and that night that I slept, I was like, oh, this is what sleeping good feels like.
Okay.
Or really having a good night's sleep. And that's what I was, I think it's magnesium nitrate. No, that's not right.
Citrate?
No, citrate's not for sleep, technically.
There's so many, though.
Yeah, there are. I can't remember the one that's specific for sleep, but that was clearly the magnesium that I was being deficient in, and it just got me into the deep REM sleep. And
That's cool.
I'll rarely wake up in the middle of the night like I used to. We just talked about that in another episode, but yeah, that was nice. So you can take magnesium. You can take that.
That's the only one. No, but like you look at supplements. There's all kinds of different supplements. There's things that are like magnesium, vitamin D. Those are supplements technically, but usually when people are talking about supplements, they're not talking about things that improve their quality of life. They're talking about like what is going to make me lose weight the fastest.
Yep.
And that's where you can get misled, and they're just trying to get their hand in your purse. And that is the
that makes
goal.
me angry.
Well, it's weird. I don't know. Like you see some stuff and you're like, how is this literally legal? Like, why aren't you in jail? But you've got to be smart. You have to learn what to look for on this stuff to figure it out. And honestly, a big red flag is, does it say weight loss
Oh, yeah.
instead of fat loss?
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Explain that.
So something can promise you that it's going to make you lose weight. Well, guess what's going to happen if you get explosive diarrhea for 3 days?
Okay. Yeah. I
The
see.
scale's going to go down. Did you lose weight?
Yeah.
Was it from poo-poo? Also, yes. Are you dehydrated now? Yes. All of that can factor into the way that they phrase it, the way that they word it, and it's not what you want. Because I've had people ask me, like, should I do this detox? That's another red flag word. Detox.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Cleanse.
Yeah.
All of those things, whether they're referring to your liver or your gut health or whatever. Just buyer beware when you see or hear those words. But should I do, before I get started, I think I should do a cleanse, or I think I should do a detox.
Because they want to jumpstart
They
whatever.
want to, that's a jumpstart your weight
Yeah.
loss. That's another red flag word.
Yeah.
And the answer is always no. There's no jump starting. There's no doing any of that thing when you're talking about fat loss. And that's the people that are targeted. It's not people wanting to gain muscle.
No.
I mean, maybe for men, but not for women.
Yeah. We're not talking about no man
We ain't
here.
talking about men here. So we're just going to, I think, stick to fat loss.
Yeah.
But it's, and I think most people know this or have heard it, whether they believe it or not. If you're going to lose fat, you're going to need to be in a caloric deficit. So the vehicle you use to get into a caloric deficit is up to you. But none of it has to do with poo-poo. Like your belly may feel flatter. Again, like I came out of the bathroom. I was like, do I look skinnier from the side? And you were like, no. But that's not fat loss.
Yeah.
You can lose 5 pounds on the scale.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily fat. And that's what people want to lose. I don't think anybody's out here just trying to lose poop and muscle and water.
Not if they were to pick. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't
Yeah.
think anybody was like, I want to lose weight. And I've had clients say that, and I'm like, but I want to use, this tea that cleanses and detox. I'm like, well, just is the weight that you're wanting to lose from poop and water? No. Well, then that's not going to help us.
No. Yeah. Mark will do that where he'll take 20 minutes in the bathroom and be like, come out with his big belly and rub it. He'll be like, I feel skinny.
Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Like,
It's feeling empty and cleared out is a great feeling,
Yeah.
but it's not fat loss.
Nope.
Unfortunately.
Those are some good things to remember for red flag words to see on social media. I like that. It's good to remember.
And red flag words to look for too that are like words for appetite suppressants.
Ooh, yeah, no.
Like keeps you full. Those kinds of things. You have to ask yourself why, and then get familiar with the different things that people that they use in them. You probably don't know it. Do you remember Fen-Phen?
How do you spell that?
PHN. It was a. It
No.
was a. What are they called? What's meth?
Methamphetamines?
Right,
Yeah.
but amphetamines.
Amphetamines. Oh.
Like, There's different forms of that like not as high dosage.
Yeah.
Like that one I think was prescription. A lot of people died. They don't do it anymore. Anyway,
The Fen-Phen?
but there's legal amounts that can still be in different pills and stuff that suppress your appetite, that delay gastric emptying, that make your gut work slower so that you feel full longer. But what is that? It's another
Constipation.
vehicle to being in a calorie deficit.
Yeah.
That's why you lose weight, not because you found a miracle drug. Because
Yeah.
you ain't hungry. Same thing with people that, are using Ozempic or Mounjaro or those kinds of things. It's not that something was wrong with if and I've said this before, and I think this is wildly unpopular. But if you use Ozempic or Mounjaro or something like that, the semaglutide fam,
Yeah.
and you lose weight, then you were overeating, because their mechanism is appetite suppressant and slowing gastric emptying, so you feel full.
Oh.
That's how they work. So no, it wasn't that you needed a prescription medication,
Oh, yeah.
but that's what it does, is
Yeah.
you don't eat as much because you're not hungry. And that doesn't address the, like, it's back to the root cause
Yeah.
of what's going on. Why do you feel so hungry all the time? Why are your hormones so disrupted that you
Yeah.
don't have the natural satiety signals that your body should be producing when you have enough food?
Yeah.
So it doesn't fix what's wrong. It's another expensive Band-Aid.
Yeah.
And I don't know, can you be on that forever?
Ozempic?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Or the Ozempic.
I think Kimmy K does it a lot.
Oh, yeah? I don't know.
She made it popular, I think. Or
Oh,
the
did
fact,
she?
like, as in, like, people realized that it's accessible and that it's meant, like, it can be used for that. Because it's for diabetes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there's different ones, too. I don't know how they're different.
Don't quote us on those.
Don't
guys.
quote us on that. But I do know that is how they work.
Yeah.
Is appetite suppressant and slowing gastric emptying, which does have the side effects, negative that most people know about now.
Which is what?
Nausea, obviously, when your belly's not emptying food.
Oh.
And, it's one of those things like, if you're not hungry ever, are you getting enough protein? Getting enough micronutrients?
Yeah.
What about water? Are you able to drink enough water? And I don't know. There's just a whole bunch
So
that goes
much.
into it.
Yeah. Don't fall for it, is
And
what I was saying.
and I do think, too, if it's only just for weight loss, and if it's weight loss for the sake of weight loss and nothing else matters, worry about that.
Yeah.
I would.
Okay. So that's more on the food side of what you're consuming or not consuming. Then there's the other side of the workouts that you could be doing to get that ass or something.
Oh, yeah. The miracle workout.
Yeah. What did you say just earlier? Like the workout I did for this butt or
These shoulders. I saw
Yeah.
it. I literally just saw that. Like the workout I got to shred my shoulders.
like the one
The
thing.
one workout you did. and
It might be a good workout, but
no, it was a bunch of body weight stuff.
Oh, really?
It was one of these where you're just like pumping like
Just,
your
like,
arms
fluttering
in the
your
air.
arms in the
I'm
air.
like, no.
I mean, you might eventually feel a burn, but that's not doing nothing.
Yeah.
Did she have huge shoulders?
No.
Oh.
It was a little bitty skinny arm girl.
Sorry, we're not shaming anybody. But like, I guess it depends on how you define what she meant by these shoulders, like shredded,
Again,
small.
It's just
What are you
clickbait.
looking for?
It's just clickbait.
Yeah, it is.
It's just something to get like, what did you do to get those shoulders?
Yeah.
Really? And it's always something that's a catch-all. That's
Yeah.
always do this, never do this. This is the one exercise to get the butt of your dreams.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mention that maybe they did that exercise within their workout program for the last 4 years.
I was just gonna bring that up. Like, this might be one workout that they've done in the past 6 weeks, but what was before that, the years of other, and how many days a week are they doing that, and how many different other booty exercises are they doing? Because you can't just do like the kickbacks and expect that peach, you know?
Well, that's why I hesitate a lot to post workouts on
Yeah.
social media. They do well, and people enjoy them and appreciate them.
I like
even.
watching them, especially if she has a good butt.
Yeah.
I'll look at that.
There's just so much left unsaid that is vitally important that it almost feels a little greasy.
Yeah. Let's get into that after our break. Okay, we are back. So let's talk about those workouts and like what you see, like the one workout that one person is doing one time.
Oh my gosh, yeah. But what you have to remember is fat loss is slow. Mm-hmm. Growing muscle is slower.
Really?
Oh yeah, it takes.
I feel like I'm growing muscle way faster than I'm losing fat.
That's nutrition, but
Oh.
nutrition is fat loss.
Okay, there's
Muscle
yeah.
is the way that you're working out, and nutrition too. Are you eating enough
To sustain your muscle,
to
yeah.
sustain? So when you're going to grow muscle in an area effectively, efficiently, and you want to let's just use the example of the booty. It's, I think, the most common. If you're going to ask a female, where do they want to get bigger?
Yeah.
It's the butt.
Yeah.
Sometimes shoulders or arms
And if
or
your
something.
boobs were a muscle, then yeah.
But they're not.
No.
Fat blobs.
Yeah.
But if you're going to ask a female, where do you want to get bigger? It's the butt.
Yeah.
And they're just in style. They've been in style for a while.
Yeah.
But they're here. And that takes time. It obviously depends on your genetic setup. Like, how much booty do you currently have? Like, how much glute meat were you born with?
Yeah.
Just naturally? How much is back there? And if we're starting from ground zero, if you've got a flat ass, it's going to take a minute or two.
Yeah.
And by minute or two, I mean a couple years.
Yeah.
To really substantially grow your backside.
I've seen some good videos that reminds me of ones that I do see that I do like. A trainer posted, he was highlighting a client who was just skinny girl. She wanted to only grow her glutes and not really her legs, which I'm like, come on. It's going to happen, but you can target the glutes a little bit more. So what he did was show, day one, right? And then I think he just was like, in this 8-week span, this is the workouts we did for her to go from this to this. And they showed the workouts. I was like, that's kind of nice. Like, okay, you told us the amount of time it took for her to go from that to that, the exact exercises that she did. And I was like, that's realistic, right?
Yeah. It is. And I hope that they showed that she stayed on those same exercises.
Yeah.
And focused on increasing weight.
Yeah.
Reps. Because that's what's going to grow a muscle, is just continually hammering it, overloading it, and then letting it recover. And then overloading it, meaning pushing more, harder reps, weight, tempo, something where there is more time under tension for that muscle.
Yeah.
Over and over, and then letting it recover. And that just repeated again. This game is about being a master of the mundane.
Ooh, yeah.
Not being someone that can go hard as hell for 2 weeks, but then you fall off for 2 weeks. Not being somebody that jumps on every promise of fat loss, of big booty exercises, of the newest Instagram, try this for 6-pack abs. You have to be able to filter all the BS out and be bored. Be bored. I don't care if you're bored. I care if you get results.
Yeah, and that's what's fun.
I'm not here for your entertainment.
Yeah.
That's what I tell people all the time. I heard it. I can't remember where I heard it, but it struck home with me so much. Winning is more fun than fun is fun.
Okay, yeah.
Winning is true satisfaction.
Yeah.
That's fun, to stand on the top of that podium.
Yeah.
That's what freaking fun
That's
is.
what I was just thinking, was like, when you're talking about the mundane, like, yeah, because what is fun is looking in the mirror and being like, oh, look at that. Like, I didn't notice that ab popping out before. That's fun when you start to really see the differences and be like, okay, I like this.
That's fun. And that's like a deeper sense of fun. Like that's
truly satisfactory.
It is. And like, I don't know about you, but even like I'm still amazed that my body will change. Like when I see changes, and look, it takes a long time. So it's in pictures.
Yeah.
Where you can see yourself and you're like, I did that.
Yeah.
I stuck to my guns, and I didn't look too far ahead, and I didn't look back, and I didn't give up. And I freaking did that, because it does take a long time. And do most people, if you were to say, Caitlin,
Yeah.
do most people achieve their fitness goals, or do they start and stop stuff?
They start and stop stuff.
Do you want that?
No.
Then don't do what they're doing.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't do the Instagram exercises. Don't jump on the next fad diet.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to be normal, then do what everybody else is doing.
Yeah.
If you want to blow it out because, look, gross, boring, yuck, I don't want to be a lemming. I want to do what I say I was going to do. And I want to help other women that don't want to be a lemming to do what they want to do. And what that requires is day-to-day execution. I say it all the time. It is about tempo.
Yeah.
It's about keeping up a moderate tempo over a long period of time, not racing in and burning out.
Yeah. That's a good point.
And that comes from like, and I've been asked several times, like, but tell me what you did when you were going to get on stage. Like, tell me that. Like,
because they want that body.
They want that body. They want that secret. And the secret is I did the same exact thing. Of course, trickled down over calories, went up on cardio some, but it's the same thing.
Yeah.
It is the same exact thing day after day, whether it was my birthday, whether I was traveling, whether it was raining, whether I was on my period, whether a kid was vomiting in a bucket. I did the same thing every single day. And you can do that.
Yeah.
You don't need to go to extremes. You don't need super low calories and super high cardio. But that almost turns people off. They're like, no, I want to go hard. I want the results to roll in. I want to look like that.
Yeah.
And if you want to look like that, then settle in for a long, boring ride.
It's a long ride.
But to me, like now that I have achieved goals and stuff, I do look at, like you said, I do look at that stuff, but out of like, what are y'all doing now?
Yeah. What are these kids
What's
up
the
to?
next thing someone's going to ask me about?
Yeah. Gotta stay up with the trends, right?
I at least need to like know, but then you click on it and then like for the next 6 months you get targeted for colon broom. That's what happened to me.
That's so funny. Yeah, so sorry, I had to look at an email. That does bring up one thing I did want to talk about was people who follow competitors.
Yeah.
And
I follow a lot of competitors.
Yeah, so do I. And they're not necessarily gatekeeping anything or not talking about what they're doing, but it's also important to know that what they're doing is not for you. If you're just a regular person.
Well, correct. And there's lots of competitors out there that know exactly what they did to get on stage, and that is the end of their scope of knowledge about health and fitness.
Yeah.
Just because someone has achieved a look you want doesn't mean they're at all knowledgeable or should be handing out advice on health and fitness for anyone else.
For the general population.
They can tell you what they did.
Yeah.
Right? And it may be like something crazy. There's bad coaches out there.
Yeah.
We know this. There's great coaches out there. There's a lot of ones that you need, I think, certifications to hand out some advice, but sometimes they're too easy to get.
Yeah.
Like anybody can just go online and be a trainer, or I think it's pretty easy now.
I think so, yeah.
But it doesn't mean that they understand nutrition and what's required for healthy metabolic and hormonal function. Do they know how much you need to live your life? Even if your goal is competing one day, you don't need to go on a prep diet straight away.
Yeah.
Like, do they know how to gauge how much muscle mass you have that you need? Do they understand how to start you out so that you're not dying by the end of prep? And we've had people come to us because they were so scarred, like physically and emotionally, from contest prep.
Ugh.
And trying to reverse them out from that. I mean, you can. Very, very, very few people are like, people say, my metabolism's ruined.
No.
It's not. Like, metabolism's not like a certain organ that you can kill. It's, the rate at which your body effectively and efficiently burns fuel.
Yeah.
So that can, just like you can downregulate, you can upregulate. It takes time. But we've had several people that come in and don't listen to what someone did to get an extreme unsustainable result.
Didn't you just tell me about the girl with the fish?
Yeah, she did. She was, and I was like, I even listening to this as an active competitor, I was like, don't say that.
Oh, yeah.
You shouldn't say that. People are listening to this. And I'm like, well, I'm going to do that.
Wait, say what you heard.
That she ate water and coffee and tilapia for 15 days and lost 15 pounds. And there's somebody that's going to hear that and think, I want to lose 15 pounds in 15 days.
But guess what's going to happen?
Oh my gosh, the rebound on that. And people do talk about hormones, and there are lots of instances where I think that they're overblown and used as excuses instead of information,
Yeah.
right? But, your satiety and your hunger hormones, ghrelin and leptin. And I think they're always easier to remember because ghrelin sounds like a goblin.
Yeah.
And
That's
your
your
hunger. Yeah, and leptin, that's your satiety signaling that tells you you're full, you're good, stop eating. You can mess those up.
Yeah.
Easier than you think. I have been in that position and struggled, even with all of my years of practice, of discipline, and overall knowledge of exactly what to expect and how these things work. When it happened to me, I was like, oh, well, this is not going to be easy.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to consciously integrate tactics and strategies and things to get myself through this and reverse diet out and not pack on tons of unhealthy fat that's so stressful on your body to pack weight on quickly.
Yeah.
And to lose it really quickly.
Yeah.
It's very hard on your heart and your other organs to deal with that stress.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, and when I talk about, and there's different types of hunger. There's like mental hunger, which is bored eating.
Yeah, that was me.
There's emotional hunger, right? Where you eat to make yourself feel better emotionally when you're sad or stressed. And there's physical hunger, growling stomach, your stomach's empty, you need food, like
Real
hunger.
Yeah.
And then there's hormonal hunger,
Oh, I didn't think about that.
which is a different beast, and it's what I experienced. And I
Yeah.
was like, because, probably a little bit nerdy, but I'm like, oh, this is it. I'm feeling it. Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, not happy, but
Yeah.
interested.
Now you put the pieces together.
I put the pieces together. And again, this is a big reason why I compete. I want all these tools in my tool belt.
Oh, yeah.
I'll guinea pig the crap out of myself to be able to relate better to clients.
Yeah.
And, even clients that are really overweight, they experience hormonal hunger a lot just because of years of crash dieting.
Oh.
Just because you're not skinny doesn't mean you will not have this type of hunger and like incorrect signaling of your ghrelin and leptin.
An important thing to remember.
It is. Like, you're like, well, it's not hormones for her. She got plenty of food. Like, no. She's gone on diets where she's only eating 500 calories a day. Like,
Yeah.
that will mess you up. It's not necessarily just your body fat percent. It does play a part, but it's not the only thing. So hormonal hunger, like, you can eat until you are physically in pain but you do not feel like you're full.
Oh, yeah.
It's weird.
I was just going to ask, like, what the difference was. I don't think I've really experienced that. I mean, I don't know if it was hormonal, maybe it was, but where I could say, like, with ice cream, if it didn't upset my belly, I could just eat that endlessly. You know what I mean? Like,
that's more of that, like, mental hunger.
okay.
Hormonal hunger is like, it's weird. And of course, I've got a great health-minded coach, and we tackled it straight away, reverse dieted out, got that all level. But I mean, it was a while before I was like, oh,
Regular hunger.
I'm full. I eat food and I don't want to eat the rest of it. Okay.
Yeah. That happens to me a lot. Do I have to finish?
Yeah. But like, you could just keep eating, I guess, so your brain would be like, more please.
Oh, that's so weird. Yeah, I've never really experienced that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, so those are some of the bigger social media. Were there other ones? I think there was one more that we said that we wanted to mention.
So the workouts of promising fast results for growing a muscle group, it's not fast.
No.
It's not. Even if you take like a bunch of steroids, it's still not fast.
Oh, that's true.
If you still have to work your butt off, and it takes a decent amount of time, not as long, obviously, as someone that's not, but it still takes a good amount of time and a whole lot of effort. You're not flapping your arms up and down in the air and going to grow shoulders. It's not going to happen like that.
No, I mean, they'll get sore after a while, but...
I think also something that promises you or that sells you a digital download of a meal plan.
Oh, okay.
That's a huge red flag.
huge. Like, because I could see that being like, I just want some ideas, right?
No, I'm not talking about recipes.
Oh.
I'm talking about eat this for 6 weeks to lose 20 pounds.
Oh, yeah.
And there's a lot of those.
Yeah. Don't do that.
A bikini diet. You've seen them. Competition, how to get shredded.
8
in
week shred.
6 weeks.
Yeah.
Which, I have different feelings about that kind of stuff. Usually very negative when I look at the actual food that they want people to eat. Like, you're so silly. But I do like something that makes people feel like when they look at something and they're like, okay, I really want this. This is 6 weeks. I can do 6 weeks and do this. If the methods weren't so stupid, I could get behind that. Yeah. Like somebody just committing for 6 weeks to a lifestyle change.
Yeah.
But then the things that it's a meal plan and it's some kind of crazy amount of cardio. And it's like, oh, well, no, though.
Yeah, no.
Back to no.
It's back into hands in your wallet. Mm-hmm. That's really where it gets. Because even if they're not selling you something literally, like the views still make them money.
Oh, I know something.
What?
Gut health as a means to weight loss.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that sounds like it's like it goes it does go hand in hand. It helps. It matters. Like it's a part of the process, but it's not like the only thing.
Your gut can be the healthiest gut in the world and it will not help you lose body fat.
Well, no, but where am I going with this?
Well, it's part of like it's
overall
like sleep.
Health. Yeah.
It's like sleep. It's in the same category of it matters.
Yeah.
It absolutely matters. But the reason that you're overweight is not because your gut is not optimally healthy. You should focus on gut health.
Yeah.
You should. You should, go through, like, get enough fiber, have enough pre and probiotics. That kind of stuff can definitely help with your digestion, which does matter.
Yeah.
But just people just constantly using gut health is like this trigger word.
Yeah.
To like, oh, I have too much yeast. I think I, have a parasite. I have to take these pills for this many days a year. And I'm just like, okay. And I'm sure that is true for like a minority of people. Yeah. But the vast majority of people are not overweight because of candida.
Yeah.
And it just is sold as like this catch-all.
Yeah. Yeah. So do a social media purge is what we're saying. But it's whether you have the perfect amount of, like, you're following exactly who you want to follow, you're still going to come across it. Like, the ads, they'll get you. They know what
they're
you're
interesting, right? They're sensational.
Yeah, just look at it that way.
Yeah, you can click on it like us, but just out of curiosity.
Yeah, just just don't give them your money. That's all we're asking.
Yeah, and I mean, not always, but I am just in general, like a lot of people just interested in health and fitness. So yeah, I'm going to look at it.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a peek.
And then you can also follow us.
You can follow us, and we will not. I mean, we do. We sell coaching. Don't get me wrong. We are also here, like, to tell you what we do.
Yeah.
But it's not the super quick fix, shiny thing. Like,
it's not the low hanging fruit. Like, no.
No, I'm thankful that I'm in a place in my life where what I do helps people.
Genuinely
helps people with their mindset, their health, their appearance, their confidence, and that's the only thing. I'm not signing up with a supplement company.
No. Yeah, well, that was a good topic. I really like that. Just as reminders for people to look out, buyer beware.
Yes, always like
our advice.
It goes back to what do they want?
Yeah. What do you want from me? I ain't giving you nothing.
Get out of my purse.
That really makes me put my heels in the ground. Like, you want something from me? You're not getting it. Like,
yes.
All right. Well, thanks again. Thanks for listening. Say hi to us.
Say hi.
DM us. I don't care.
Tell us what you want us to talk about.
Yeah. Just kidding. All right. Well, thanks again for listening, guys. Until next time, as usual. Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for listening to the FFP Alignment Podcast. Please support us by downloading, rating, and recommending us to your friends and family. Be sure to check us out on Instagram at the FitFemme Project. That's FITFEMME Project. And for those of you looking to find their essential balance of lifestyle and fitness, book a free consult by going to thefitfemmeproject.com. That's FITFEMME Project.com and click Apply Now. Until next time, this is the FitFemme Project Alignment Podcast.